Hello everyone. Hello, bonsoir. It's Nina, Night Owl Nina Tarot, and I want to do another Decan spread in my junk journal tarot grimoire as I've been doing. So let's get right into it. I want to put the cards into my notebook, and then I also want to create a combo tarot oracle spread for this particular Decan. So I chose the Sasrebito Tarot by Stasia Burrington. I might be saying that wrong. Stasia. Just a stunning deck. The precursor, not the precursor, I mean, it wasn't a sequel deck, but the deck that they put out most recently was the Yukika, which is so gorgeous. They're just incredible artwork. And then Mary Evans' brilliant Iris Oracle. So I'm really excited to see these two play together. But let's first get into our Decan. Let's look at our chart. April 21 through 30. And here we are in the Five of Pentacles. And this is, I believe, Mercury in Taurus. So let's make sure it's Taurus 1. Oh, and T. Susan Chang says it's 4/19 to 4/29, 11 calendar days. So here we go. The Oracle of the Radiant Sun, the associated card is this card, keyword resistance. That is for Mercury in Taurus. Let's just triple check that I have the planet right, because what if I haven't memorized the little planet symbols as well as I should have? Or made it easy to find the planet symbols. Oh dear. Okay, I suppose this is when people edit. Oh yeah, no, I got it right. So the meaning in astrology of Mercury, how and where you communicate. The keywords are exchanges, communications, and writing. And then the signs in Taurus, stabilizing and grounded, fixed earth, traditional ruler of Venus. So I did label that on this card. Earth. Oh no, I guess I didn't put the Venus symbol on here, but Taurus ruled by Venus. All right, so let's figure out how to lay this out. I think that's easy. I will very quickly glue stick this. Okay, we are glued in. So now I like to find a section from one of the many incredible tarotist masters who have written these comprehensive guides, so, and see what they say about the card. Let's look at the pentacles that built the world. This is, I'm sure you recognize it, but Radical Tarot by Claire Burgess. Queer the cards, liberate your practice, and create the future. I find them incredibly inspiring. Fives are challenges, and in the suit of earth, this card is an earthquake. The Five of Pentacles is about instability and uncertainty, about steady ground opening beneath our feet. Wow, they really make the Five of Pentacles sound like the Tower here, which it does feel like sometimes. The Five of Pentacles can bring up real and tangible instability in our lives, job insecurity, housing instability, but it does not signal impending doom every time it shows up on the table. More often than not, the Five of Pentacles brings up smaller issues that feel like big tremors. It has shown up for me not once but twice to reference spider mites in my houseplants. Not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, but a thing that leaves me feeling frantic and unsettled in my own home. Homes are the one place in the world where we should feel peace and security. So this card shows up frequently when that fundamental need is being challenged, whether by financial changes, domestic issues, rude neighbors, or spider mites. By the same token, the Five of Pentacles can reference feeling unsafe or insecure in our own bodies, bringing up health struggles as well as body violations. I've seen it show up when my PTSD is triggered and when I'm feeling gender dysphoric, as well as during struggles to access transgender health care. The Five of Pentacles has a special relationship with people from marginalized groups because we are more likely to experience poverty, employment and housing insecurity, violence and discrimination, and barriers to healthcare access, but also for a less obvious reason. Like the Seven of Swords, the Five of Pentacles is a card of outsiders. It's a card for the marginalized and disenfranchised, the exiled and shunned, the oppressed and ignored. Anyone who has been turned away from a business, snubbed by a server, or harassed by a stranger because of who they are knows this card. Anyone who has been rejected by their family or community because of their gender identity or sexual orientation knows this card. The Five of Pentacles speaks to us about the pain of being othered, of being denied belonging, of not being able to go home. And in that vein, it asks us to find where we do belong. Oh, very beautiful. I appreciate Pamela Coleman Smith's version of this card because it shows two people injured and in rags walking in the snow outside a church. You can hear my cat Jean-Luc. He feels like the Five of Pentacles right now because I'm not petting him. I will. The implication is that they are either heading to the church doors to seek shelter, or they have been turned away from this place of sanctuary and cast out into the cold. What I like about this image is that there are two people. They are huddled together, supporting each other. Even in their exile and hardship, they are not alone. That's the medicine of the Five of Pentacles. It reminds us that there is help out there, maybe not in the usual and established places, maybe not in the mainstream or in our families of origin, but in fellowship with other people like us. There is community on the margins, and it's often more caring and connected than the communities that have barred us entry. Find your people, this card says, and you'll find home. Oh, that's a very powerful take that Claire Burgess has written, and one that is unfortunately so timely. Wow. Hold please, I need to pick up my cat. Okay, I think I have sufficiently petted him for us to get through a little bit of building this spread. Let's think about, I'd like to reference the Five Pentacles in the card. And let's see. A card of outsiders, marginalized, disenfranchised, exiled, shunned, oppressed, ignored. An earthquake. There he is again. I might have to just come up on the desk. That's fine. A fundamental need is being challenged, whether by financial changes, domestic issues, rude neighbors, or spider mites. Feeling unsafe or insecure in our own bodies. Oh my goodness. This beautiful, handsome boy. Come here. So it feels like 2 of the pentacles should be representative of the 2 figures, because Burgess brings up that they're glad that there's 2 of them, that they're huddled together and that they're providing some comfort for one another. So let's use, oh, perhaps we could actually do, no, it's a 5. We should do 5. So the 2 figures, and those 2 will represent community. Where do you find your community to get through this? So that can be cards. I'm using this strategy or technique of building a spread from the actual visuals of the card. This is the Biddy Tarot. It is a very close clone, just with different colors from Biddy Tarot, whose name I believe is Elizabeth Esselmont. Okay, and then what will cards 2 and 3 represent? Let's have card 1 be this area where we are feeling the greatest lack in the moment. And then we'll use 2 and 3 as oracle cards for context. And then community. Where are we finding community in this moment, even as we're feeling lack? Helpful, supportive community. All right. Let us shuffle. Got these decks. I hear you. Extra. Show off what beautiful cards these are with the lovely gold gilding. These are the backs. It's so hard not to make every video just a flip through. I love just showing off the decks. Boom, boom, boom. All right, one deck shuffled. Other deck shuffled. Iris Oracle deck. The backs. The Iris Oracle deck has 78 cards, which I love. Love that we get to have that symmetry with the tarot when using this oracle. I keep thinking I should edge this, but I've been unmoved as to what color. I suspect I'll land on this violet. I like it. But anything would look good. Even black would look good. Black might look cool with these borders. Spirit that works with my highest self and my enlightened self, please help me to work with these cards towards the highest good of all beings. So I will move this over here. Spirit thinking about the Five of Pentacles card and this particular Decan when we have Mercury and Taurus. And the word in the astrology deck is resistance for this astrological moment. Where are we feeling lack? That will be card 1. What is the context for this lack? And we'll get 2 oracle cards. That's our context. And finally, for the cards that represent our community. Community that we can lean on and support, get support from. I see you flipping over. Okay. One more. Where are we feeling lack? Ah, the Wheel of Fortune. Just go a little bit closer. Of course, feeling lack in luck. We have no idea. I have no idea whether things are going to go my way, whether things are completely spiraling out, and perhaps, I have no idea day to day what's happening, and I could blame that on the political environment, but that's true of literally every moment that we live. So but it's that sense of being out of control. I think the lack feeling as regards the Wheel of Fortune is that sense of I can do all the preparatory work, I can do everything to get ready, and I have no control of the outcome. What is the context for me being concerned with the Wheel of Fortune? Restlessness. So that's context card 1. Oh, look at that. All of the eyes staring at the clock with its so many numbers. Incredible. Just such beautiful decks. I'll give you a closer look at the Wheel of Fortune too. And the other part of the context is your light. This looks so much like the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands looks like this in my mind. I always think of the Ace of Wands. Actually, maybe I should say the Ace of Wands looks more like a match just being struck, because I always think of spark. But I'm feeling, this is so true. I just had this conversation about my creative work and practices, and I am restless to get started on something else, but I do feel a certain lack in my light, not in my inspiration, but in my belief that something could happen with it. I know that I can write, and that's the most important thing. I love to express myself that way no matter what. But sometimes I wonder, why am I doing it? Here's the Wheel of Fortune. And then finally, let's move this up here. Where's our community? Oh, the Ten of Swords. And look at this Ten of Swords. The Swords of Light. Total abandonment, betrayal, all of the thoughts and the nightmares. So our community is people like this, people who have experienced the same thing. Maybe they're afraid to move forward with their work or their opinions even. Who else? Oh, and the Three of Cups. Oh, let's read them together. We lift our cups with all of us who have experienced this. And this may annoy everyone, but I mean, everyone has had these moments. And we celebrate each other, even with this happening, even every time this happens. And we go through this series of events, and we can all support each other through it and know that we've all been through this together. So, and none of us have any control over our fortunes, our good luck, our bad luck. And who knows when bad luck is good luck? There's no such thing, really. Wow, yet another fantastic illuminating Decan spread. I love that the context is restlessness in your light. I'll stop going over this, but let's just take a moment and look at this spread. How beautiful. Thanks. I hope that everyone is making their own spreads, or if that is something that is fulfilling to you. And maybe you can share your own videos or Instagram reels or anything that you would like to share in the comments. I would love to see the work that you're doing. I have to credit Mindful Tarot for teaching this technique. And I will put that in the show notes, or that sounds like a podcast. I will put it in the description panel. And I will also credit all of the decks, and I will credit Spirit of Tali, of course, who is the one who taught me the quick blessing that I say at the beginning. Have a beautiful evening, everyone.